Welcome back, Storytime friends. I'm Miss Jess, and this is Family Storytime. The goal of Family Storytime is to keep everyone entertained and engaged all at the same time. So we've got some songs and rhymes and some wiggle movements, and we've got a folk tale. If you've been following along, you know we're going to tell a story in the middle of Storytime here, and then another little activity later. So hopefully we get everyone engaged. So if you've got little wiggly ones, see if you can get them to sit tight just long enough to get through to some of the wiggly parts, and they can join in and get some wiggles out at that point. All right, so are you all ready? Let's go. That means it's story time. Get yourself all settled in and let's start with our song. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. All right, remember you're gonna need to nod your head. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna nod my head. Okay, this time we're gonna add one more thing. We're gonna wiggle our toes. So, can you wiggle your toes for me? I can't see your toes. You can't see my toes, but I'm wiggling mine, so hopefully you're wiggling yours. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna nod my head. I'm gonna wiggle my toes. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna add in your hands this time. I'm gonna nod my head. I'm gonna wiggle my toes. I'm gonna wave my hands. Hello and good morning. I am here and you are here and we are all together. I am here and you are here and we're gonna have some fun. All right, friends, are you ready to have some fun? So we're going to start story time with our nice quiet activity, something to get us all settled down and have a seat here. So I want you, just like we've done over the past few weeks, through the summer, we're going to think of a word. Think of a word that makes you smile. So maybe that word is rainbows, or maybe that word is markers if you like to draw rainbows, or maybe that word is cookies, or maybe that word is hug. That's my word that makes me feel warm and cozy. So think of a word that makes you smile, and what we're going to do is you're going to close your eyes, think of that word, and we're going to take a long breath in. You're going to breathe in through your nose. Pretend you're smelling a flower. Think of your word, and let's breathe out with a nice and keep thinking of your word, and hopefully that is something that made you smile. All right, so that's something you can do anytime when you're having a big busy day and you say, I just need a minute to slow down. You can always just close your eyes, think of something warm and fuzzy, smell that flower, and then let it all out. Okay, now our next one is a concentration one. It's one you still need to think really hard about, but it's not quite a quiet activity. And in fact, if you do this together, maybe with some people in your family, it might make you giggle. So it might not be a quiet activity at all. It might be a silly one. But we're going to tap and wiggle. So again, if you've been following along with me, you know what we're doing next. We're gonna wiggle our fingers and tap our toes. But what you need to do is tap your toes on your opposite foot. So this over here on the left, wiggle fingers on your left. You're going to need to tap your toes on the right. Okay, so tap and wiggle. And then we're going to switch, tap and wiggle. And you're going to switch every few seconds. You can maybe count to 10 or count to 5 and then switch it up. And then you can see if you can go faster and switch and switch and switch and switch. And before you know it, you're going to have yourself all mixed up. And that's okay, because The whole point of the activity is just to take a time to focus and concentrate on what you're doing. You have to think really hard to make something over here work and make something over here work and then make something over here work and then make something over there work. So you have to think really hard. You have to focus. So it's okay to get mixed up because we all get mixed up with those things sometimes. So it's a fun activity to do right here with us, but it's actually more fun to try to do later. Maybe when you're sitting and you are having some quiet time after you smell your flower and think of your word, then you can have this little moment to kind of focus and concentrate and see if maybe you can go a little bit longer than you did last time. All right, we are almost, but not quite, but we are coming to the end of our summer program. If you are participating in the summer reading program, if you've been participating in any of our virtual events, or if you are doing the Read and Bead program and keeping track of your reading on the Read Squared app, hopefully you guys are still keeping that up. We do have a couple of weeks left, and don't forget to go on in and check your points if you're doing Read Squared and see about earning some of those beads for your necklace. So that is still going on. All of that is themed with Imagine Your Story. So we are imagining still, and what we're going to imagine, you're going to imagine pictures, make pictures in your head while I tell you a story. This week, we have another folk tale. It is almost the end of summer, and I saved some of my favorites, best for last. I love this story. The book I have next to me is called The Giant Cabbage, but the story that I'm a little more familiar with is a folk tale called The Giant Turnip, or The Great Big Turnip. A farmer plants all her crops in the spring, and it's just a perfect year for growing vegetables. There's just the right amount of sun, and there's just the right amount of rain, and just the right amount of heat, and her farm does very, very well. Do you guys know what crops are? Crops are all the things that you plant on a farm that grow. So vegetables and grains and maybe some fruit. So her crops are doing very well. They're growing perfectly all summer just like they're supposed to. And when it's fall and it's time to harvest them, it's time to collect them and bring them in to eat, the farmer goes out to her fields to pick the veggies. She collects her carrots, and she digs up her potatoes, and she gets her squash and her turnips, until she gets to the very last turnip in her row. It looks pretty big, and she's ready to pull it up. She's ready to pull it up, and okay, she's gonna try again. Man, it's so big, she can't pull it up. She looks at that and says, whoa, that is one giant turnip. The farmer's going to need some help, isn't she? That's what she says. I'm going to need some help. So she goes back to the barn and she asks her horse to help. What does the horse say? Nay! Horse, will you help? This turnip is too big and I can't do it myself. Sure. So horse comes out to the field, and the turnip, oh no, the turnip doesn't do anything. The turnip is just sitting in the field. The farmer takes hold of the turnip, and the horse takes hold of the farmer, and they pull. And they pull really hard, and it still won't come up. And farmer says, horse, are you pulling hard enough? And horse says, of course I am. So they try again. When farmer holds the turnip, and the horse holds the farmer, and they pull, ready, pull, and it won't come up. And the farmer says, well, this just isn't working. Let's go get some more help. So they go back to the barn, and they ask Goat to help. And Goat says, sure, I'll come out and help. What does a goat say? Ma, right? Goat says, ma, I'm sure I can do this. I'm strong. So Goat and horse and the farmer go back out to the field, and the farmer grabs onto that turnip, and the horse grabs onto the farmer, and the goat grabs onto the horse, and they pull. Are you guys ready to pull with me? Oh, she thought it was coming up, but no luck. And they try again. That turnip is too big. It is not coming out. Well, dog comes out to see what is going on. Wait, what does the dog say? Yeah, we know that one, right? Woof, woof, woof. What's going on out here? What are you guys making all this noise for? The farmer says, oh, we are trying to pull up this great big turnip, but it won't come out. And I tried, and horse helped me, and goat helped me, and it's just not coming out. Can you help? And dog says, sure, of course I can help. So the farmer holds onto that turnip, and the horse holds onto the farmer, and the goat holds onto the horse, and the dog holds onto the goat, and they all pull. Can you guys help too? Let's pull. Oh, it's not coming out. It's way too stuck. So they try one more time. Everybody hold on and pull as hard as you can. So here they go. The turnip is not coming out. That turnip is so big, it's not coming out of the ground. Well, I see a little mouse go by. Little mouse is scurrying through the fields, and the farmer stops and looks at the little mouse and says, you're pretty small, but do you think you could help? Could you help us, please? We are having trouble. We cannot get this turnip out of the ground. So the little mouse says, okay, I may be small, but I am mighty. So she offers to help. And so the farmer grabs the turnip. The horse grabs the farmer. The goat grabs the horse. The dog holds onto the goat. And the little mouse at the end holds onto the dog. And they get all ready. And they get their hands all wrapped around that turnip. And they pull. I don't know. She's just a little mouse. Is she going to be much help? They try again. They pull. Oh, I think it moved a little bit that time. Can we try one more time? Can we try one more time and see if the mouse can help pull it up? So the farmer, the horse, the goat, the dog, and the mouse, they hold on and they pull. And that great big turnip goes flying out of the ground and poof, it's all picked. Wow. That was a lot of work. So they all need a break. They take that giant turnip, that great big, huge, biggest turnip anyone's ever seen. They take it back to the farmhouse, and the farmer makes up a stew that they all can share. So, you're never too little to help. That mouse was just what they needed to get everyone strong enough to pull that turnip out of the ground. And cooperation and working together is always the right choice. It's the best way to get things done. So we just talked about a turnip, but this is another version of the same kind of story. It's called The Giant Cabbage. And there are different characters, there are different animals rather than the farm animals we talked about just now. But they grow, it's Moose actually, who is the farmer, and he grows a great big cabbage, and he has trouble getting it out of his garden. So he has some friends come and help him. And it's the same kind of story, the same kind of cumulative story where one comes to help and then two comes to help, and they all add up and they cooperate and work together. So same idea as the giant turnip. So if you are interested in checking out the giant cabbage, just like the story we told, you can see what that one's all about, see how that happens. But we do have some other versions also of the giant turnip in the library. So of course you can check our catalog online, see what we've got, and then swing by to grab a couple of those books. As always, you can check out other books for bedtime, other books to supplement for story time. If you've got a reader, especially someone who's been a developing reader over the summer, definitely come in and check out some of our early reader books. You can check those on the catalog, actually, or shoot us an email, and we're happy to find you help you find something that would be just right for your readers. So definitely, if you haven't done that yet, to come on back to the library to come pick up some books. So we absolutely encourage you to do that. That is now available, so that's pretty great. All right, our next step is, you guys shout it out, you know what we're doing next. We're gonna roll the die, we're gonna roll a rhyme. So let's get the flannel board ready. We're gonna do a flannel board activity today. Let's see what we get. Here we go. Give it a roll. Ooh, that's a big number. Let's count these dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 dots on our die. Let's look at the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way down here at the bottom, it's the itsy bitsy spider. We're going to look at some different sizes today. I see a spider. Well, hello there, spider. And now he's got a friend. That spider is bigger. than that spider. This spider is big. And it looks to me like they have another friend. This spider is smaller than this spider. This spider is small. So here's our spider. And this one is bigger. And this one is smaller than that spider. Big, medium, and small. But do you know who that is? I think that's the itsy bitsy spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Hey, good job, Itsy Bitsy. That's hard work to fight against that rain. Let's see how his friend little teeny tiny spider does. There he is. Hi, teeny tiny. All right, friends, we're going to sing again with our teeny tiny spider. The teeny tiny spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and that teeny tiny spider went up the spout again. Well, how do you think great big hairy spider's gonna do? He's a big strong spider. I'll bet he'll be able to climb up. Let's sing in a big deep voice for this big hairy spider. The great big hairy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the great big hairy spider went up the spout again. That's a song we know. Itsy Bitsy Spider. We do that at Storytime sometimes with the teeny tiny and the itsy bitsy and then the great big hairy spider. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing that one on the flannel board this time instead. Now if you've been doing that little spider along with us while we were singing, now you know that your hands are all warmed up, ready? So let's do our last rhyme here before we say goodbye. On my head, my hands I place. On my shoulders, on my face, on my hips and at my side, and then behind me they will hide. I will hold them up so high, quickly make my fingers fly, hold them out in front of me, and swiftly clap them. 1, 2, 3. All right, well now let's take those hands, get them ready for waving. Bye, goodbye, we'll see you soon, see you soon, see you soon. Bye, goodbye, I'll see you soon on another day. And hopefully that day will be next week, which is our last week of our summer reading program. So I will be back with story times, and I will see you then. Bye.